Hello and welcome back. My little after work special. Um, just got out of work here. Gonna be heading to some side work here for my folks. And you know, um, I was actually thinking today, I want to keep doing this thing I've been doing with like having a topic. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world nowadays. It's hard to know what to believe. I used to trust the news, and now I know that I can't trust the news. That's just one, for instance. But there's a lot of things I feel like I can't trust anymore. And the more I look into things, the more questions keep coming up. Even just silly things like flat Earth and all this stuff. People really believe this stuff. They really think that we live on a flat Earth, and well, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Everything seems crazy and I'm upside down on top of its head. So I think we're reaching a point in the United States where we can't really believe anything. Nothing is believable anymore. Something happens, yeah, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Maybe someone got kidnapped and maybe someone got beaten up. Maybe they're exaggerating it. Maybe someone, just had a bad date and, called the cops on the guy and said it was rape. Truth itself seems to be just under attack. The idea that something is true is under attack. There's very little that can be said 100% anymore. Back in the day, things used to be like, okay, you're a man, you're a woman. Now people are trying to divide up everything. They're trying to draw lines and say, oh, well, I'm in a man's body, but I feel like a woman on the inside, so I'm a woman in a man's body, and that's a certain thing, or I need to get the hormones, so now I'll become a transsexual, and then that's, blurring the lines, are you a man or a woman, becomes androgynous after a while, so sexuality itself is becoming a lie. It's hard to believe anything. So that's called into question. Things that very basic things that you would consider to be absolute truths. A man, a woman. Pretty soon things that are more basic than that are going to be under attack. What is light? What is darkness? Maybe darkness emits light, and without darkness you can't see anything. Who's to say what crazy thing is going to come down the pike? I don't know. I feel like now especially is a time for people. You have to understand yourself. You have to understand what is truth. And I think math is still very important because of this. For instance, the flat Earth thing again, all right, to bring that back up. You want to talk about things relating to physics and relating to science. Well, then let's use math to figure it out. If you can't trust the images you see from space, then you're going to have to either go to space yourself, Elon Musk, or you're going to have to do the math. And it's going to have to be tested and retested. And if the math is fudged, you're going to, it's going to be found out. Because, we get certain measurements on things. You have to, measurements got to be double checked. Math is like one of the last universal truths. Can't fudge with math. right? You got to be able to replicate it over and over again. I think maybe this is something that computers and maybe even quantum computers can be handling for us in the future, determining what things are true. Of course, you have to trust the people that program that now to tell you the truth, that what the computer is saying is, you know, it just goes in circles, all right? I mean, I know that, you know, the devil is the prince of the earth and all that. He kind of rules over this earth, this plane of existence. But I guess I never thought I'd be so insecure about all the little things. You know, I cannot trust anything anymore. It's insane. And I don't think I'm the only one. I don't think anyone trusts anything anymore. So we're just letting things happen because we think it's fake. Or we, you know, basically, you know, we hear other things that we believe are real and it's fake because who knows? Who knows anymore, right? Nothing has to be true to be true anymore. You can just say something often enough and it becomes true. It's like the marketer's paradise. Say something often enough and is, you know, over the period of time and it becomes truth. It's like brainwashing, actually. That's what brainwashing is. So it's like we're a mass brainwashed society. You know, I think people need to wake up to that. I'm not sure, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one talking about that, but I think people need to start really, really considering the things that they hold to be true, because that's under attack. And the longer it goes on, the worse it's going to get, you know? So, I mean, you can see the proof in generations of textbooks, okay? Where you can see, like, books from the 80s have some history and books from the 90s have different history about the same events. Is it updated, all right, do we find out more about the history? Or is it just changed to make us feel better or sound better or to make us think a certain way about the future? I don't know, but that's the problem, isn't it? No one knows. There needs to be something out there, something that shows, like, answers, you know, some of these basic questions. I hate to say that these questions need to be answered, but they do. Or else, you know, we're all just going to be left wondering. And who am I kidding? The world is in such a state now, even if something like that did exist, with provable, what's it called there? You can, you know, reenacted, re-experimentable. Is that right? The right word? I'm missing the right word that I need. Basically, being able to do the same experiment over and over again. As long as, you know, even if it had that, people would still doubt it. So, who knows? But I gotta get out of here, and that's about enough for that topic. I think you get the idea. So that's my little 2 cents for today, and yeah, have a great day. Talk to you soon.